MLB の FA 市場の動きが活発になっています。積極的な補強を続けるアトランタブレーブスの一方、大物選手の流出が止まらないニューヨークメッツもありますが、ポスティングシステムで東京ヤクルトスワローズから Mlb 移籍を目指している村上宗隆選手の話も大きくなってきています。村上選手は強打者のアレックス・ブレグマンや某ビシェットの動きも関わってきますが、村上選手にはポスティングシステムによる期限が決まっており、それは日本時間12月23日となっています。最新の移籍市場の動きと村上選手の移籍先について Mlb ネットワークで移籍市場に詳しいジョン・モロ氏が語りました。その様子を日本語字幕でご紹介します。
We're just stacking talent in certain divisions. JP Morosi let the games begin, leading the league in information. Our focus has been on the AL East, but the NL East padding their talent pool. Robert Suarez to the Braves, perhaps more on the way. Yes or no? Good Friday morning to you.
Laura, good morning. We could certainly say the Atlanta Braves have had one of the best off seasons of any team in Major League Baseball so far. The most recent addition, of course, Robert Suarez. And the question now comes after adding Suarez and Mike Yastrzemski in recent days. They already traded for Mauricio Dubon as well. So I think with those three players, they're already off to a great start. Now, the question may come, would you add to a starting rotation that dealt with a lot of injuries last year? And actually, the answer is the Braves like the group they've got right now. You see there at the bottom, Smith-Shawver expected to miss most of the year with Tommy John. But that's a pretty good group. And I think one of the most important things that I heard was that Spencer Schwellenbach, native of the great state of Michigan, is pain-free, ready to go, should be in good shape. They've got Chris Sale coming back. They've got Strider they believe is going to be healthy. That's a pretty good group. So if they're going to make any move, it will likely be for an everyday type shortstop that would put Dubon into more of a super utility role. They're not just going to look for depth. It would have to be a significant player. It might be Bo Bichette, and we'll get into Bichette a little bit later on, but I think overall, you'd have to say the Braves, one of the best off seasons of any team in the National League, and certainly, Lauren, you'd have to say better than their division rivals from New York.
I would say that. I mean, just think of the scope of the NL East. Last year, the Braves weren't even a factor. It was the Phillies and the Mets right there. And then with the arms getting healthy in Atlanta, watch out. Grab your popcorn. We have a new suitor, sounds like a fairy tale, for Ketel Marte's services. Who is it? And is it a foregone conclusion he's out? What do you think?
Lauren, I think the chances have increased that Ketel Marte is going to be traded, and this possibility in particular really intriguing to me. The Tampa Bay Rays, according to Nick Picoro of the Arizona Republic, and the two names that he mentioned that could potentially go back to Arizona if this trade is consummated, Ryan Pepiot and Shane Baz. Now, I think this is a really important data point and one that illustrates a lot of what we've been hearing about this potential possibility of a Ketel Marte trade in general, which is if the Diamondbacks are going to trade him, they want to get at least one, if not two, major league ready starting pitchers. That is the need on the part of the Diamondbacks. And again, we've talked about the Red Sox having depth. One of the reasons why they are a good trade partner for the Diamondbacks in this trade. Notably, the D-backs and the Rays have done a lot of business in the past, a lot of trades between those two organizations. So stay tuned. There was a good report by Nick. I think that the Rays have what the Diamondbacks want. And when you think about the Rays trying to reformulate that roster, they've already signed Cedric Mullins. I like what this team in Tampa is building. And again, one of my favorite notes to bring it back to last segment, Ryan Pepiot once traded for Tyler Glasnow. Wow. For those that love connecting the dots here on Hot Stove on a Friday morning.
And Torey Lovullo was asked about the future, and he said, I trust Mike Hazen. You know it. They have a very close relationship, front office and manager in the desert. We will see. What's the relationship between Bo Bichette and the Blue Jays? Is it offer on the table? Is it you go find something, we'll match it? Where do we stand right now, mid-December?
Lauren, that's an excellent question. It's hard to know exactly where the offer stands at this moment in time for Bo Bichette. But I do believe this. He fits into this equation with the likes of Bregman and others potentially, and I think his market does overlap a little bit with what's going on with Ketel Marte because there are some teams that do like him at second base. The Boston Red Sox are a natural fit for Bo Bichette, as are the Atlanta Braves. And I think that there are those conversations still ongoing. Bichette still remaining, I believe, in contact with the Blue Jays to some extent. And yet the Jays are also certainly involved in the Kyle Tucker market. And if the Jays sign Kyle Tucker, the chances of Bo Bichette going back to Toronto are reduced further because that would mean Tucker and Wright, Barger moves to the infield. They've got Jimenez already and Ernie Clement. That's probably their team at that point in time. So if you get whispers of Kyle Tucker moving closer to a deal with Toronto, that means Bo Bichette is going elsewhere, and elsewhere could be Atlanta to play shortstop or Boston to play either second or third.
And the timing of the deals are the most telling, I feel like, at this point in the year. The clock is ticking on Munetaka Murakami's window. What do we have now? How many days? What's the market?
10 days away.
10 days.
10 days away. Dieci giorni più, as you would say in Italian.
I was going to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth.
10 giorni più, 10 more days. So here's why I think the Murakami story is a really important one for us to cover right now in the show. Because Murakami is connected to the Bregman market, connected to the Bichette market, connected to a lot of different infield pursuits that are happening. And Murakami is of interest to teams like the Red Sox, the Mariners, the Tigers, the Phillies, the Mets, the Jays, a lot of different teams there. The Pirates, we have been told, are connected to Murakami. And so if you want to sign Murakami, you only have 10 more days to do it. And so if the Bregman market is going to continue on into the new year, and if you're thinking about, okay, Bregman or the power of Murakami, there you see it, all the power that he's had in the past, the 56 homer season, a really intriguing lefty bat. Yeah, there's some swing and miss, but he's a guy that a lot of teams like. You can't wait forever on Bregman because Murakami is no longer a secondary option once you get past December the 22nd. So after the 22nd of December, the Murakami market is closed. So you need to pivot. If you're not one of the finalists for Bregman, you'd better find out in the coming days, and then you'd better find a way to get with Murakami's camp and work on a deal because that possibility expires in 10 days. Now, Imai, Okamoto, those posting windows expire just after the new year. But Murakami, this is the next major deadline. I realize he's only one player, but it's almost as though it's like a qualifying offer deadline all over again because of the way in which Murakami influences the rest of the infield market. So stay tuned. We've got news even before Christmas, Lauren. We never stop working here.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。